Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. In this video, we're going to be going over the Shaddah. So the Shaddah is a type of tashkil. Tashkil in Arabic means a diacritic. And a diacritic is any accent or squiggle that is placed above a letter or below a letter to represent that there's a specific pronunciation rule for the specific letter. So the Shaddah is one of those types of diacritics. It's a type of mark. It is this type of small W that's going to be placed above a letter. Now, what is the shaddah actually indicating though? So the shaddah is the diacritic that's used to represent the doubling of the consonant. So it's pretty much there to indicate the doubling of the letter, the doubling of the consonant. So this happens when two of the same letter come next to each other, the first having a sukoon while the second has a haraka. So in the Arabic language, when there are two letters that come back to back, the first letter, for example, the letter in red here, has a sukoon on it. And we covered that the sukoon is a diacritic to indicate that a letter has no vowel. While the second letter is the same letter, but it has an actual haraka. It has either a fatha, like this, or has a dhamma on it, or has a kasra on it. When this happens, you're going to have idgham and a shaddah. So what's going to happen is these two letters, instead of being written separately, they're going to be written as one letter. So the ba, or the two bas, are going to be written as if they were one letter, but to indicate that there are actually two bas there, the first one having a sukoon and the second one having a haraka, you're going to put the shadda mark. So this W mark is there to indicate that this equals this. That what's really going on here is that we have two bas, the first one having sukoon, the second one having a haraka. But instead of writing out like that, to make it simpler, we just make it one letter, but we do indicate that with the shadda, there's actually going to be two bas that you're going to pronounce. So instead of just saying ba here, I would say abba, abba. So I will put more emphasis on the ba because in reality, I'm saying two bas back to back, but I'm combining them together. So I'm saying ba, ba. So this can happen to a lot of different letters in Arabic language. It can happen with the ba, for example. It can happen with all the letters, really. It can happen with two jims, for example. So here we have one jim has sukoon on it, the first one. The second jim has a kasra on it. So then we're going to combine the two letters and represent that combination with the shadda. So it becomes a G, a G. Same thing here. We have two sad. First one has sukoon, second one has a haraka. I combine the two, it becomes su. Okay. Now this process of combining the two letters is called idgham. This process of combining the two letters is called idgham. And idgham in the Arabic language literally means combining two things together. Okay, so this process of idgham can happen to a lot of different letters, or can happen to in a lot of different contexts, I should say, because it can happen to all the letters, but it will happen in a lot of different contexts, and it's going to be indicated with the shadda. So idgham is the actual process of the two letters coming together. That actual process is called idgham. And the shadda is the tashkil, the diacritic, that is there to indicate this combination of the two consonants. So when idgham happens, the way for me to show that it happened is with the shadda. So the shadda, the little W thing, is the sign to indicate that idgham just happened here. Pretty much that's what it's there for. Okay, so that is what the idgham and that is what the shadda is. So far we've covered 6 different tashkils, 6 different diacritics. We covered the fatha, which is to represent the vowel A, the kasra to represent the vowel E, the dhamma to represent the vowel U, the shadda, which is there to represent the doubling of the consonant, abba, the tanween, which is there to represent the doubling of the vowel. So pretty much you have 2 haraka or 2 kasras or 2 dhammas, and those 2 are there to represent that there's actually a hidden noon there. So instead of saying ba, I'm going to say ban. Instead of saying bi, I'm going to say bin. Instead of saying bu, I'm going to say bun. And then finally we have the sukoon, which is either going to be a circle or a half circle placed above the letter to represent that this consonant, this letter here, does not have a vowel with it. So this is what idgham and what shadda is. And likewise, these are the tashkil that we've covered so far. Wallahi alhamd.